all starts from New York City, the house of the largest financial markets on the planet. The NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange, trades more than $18.9 billion every day. This is the playground of the biggest financial institutions on the planet, that every single year print insane amount of money out of thin air. If we take a closer look at the Goldman Sachs 2023 year financial report, we can see that they've lost money only 31 days out of 365. And for 34 days, they've made between 75 and more than 100 million per day. Let's take another example. Bank of America. For the 2024 year, they've never had a losing day. And they've gained more than $75 million for 80 days out of 365. So how is it possible that 90% of traders lose 90% of their money in the first 90 days? While these big banks can make billions every single year with consistency, meanwhile you are still there struggling to get break-even at the end of the month. I'm gonna give you the answer in this video. If you want to step up your trading and don't fall in the traps that institutionals make enact every day on the markets, stay tuned until the end of this video because I'm going to show you the 3 main techniques that institutionals make in play that allows them to have more than 90% win rate overall over the year. So let's get into it. These are the 3 manipulation strategies that institutionals apply, so make sure to stay until the end of the video to uncover each of them. Let's start with the first one, that is the spoofing orders. The first type of manipulation is called the spoofing. So what does it actually mean? Let's get on the charts. Okay, so this is right here is the DOM, is the depth of market, where you can see on the left all the orders in the ask and on the right all the orders in the bid. These orders right here are pending orders, right? So they are not filled yet. And sometimes they don't want to be filled. In the case of the spoofing, it's a manipulation that big participants makes in act. So what they want to do is basically, let's say they want to push the price higher. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to place fake orders. So they're going to place this stack of fake orders that don't actually want to be filled. They're just creating that selling pressure in order to make the price go lower. So what the price is going to do? Well, basically other people are going to see this selling pressure on the right side and they're going to say, all right, you know what? Big players want to dump the price, so I'm going to get in short. And they're going to buy and they're going to sell 10 contracts. So this order is gone. Well, so the bid refills. And as you can see, the price is going down. Other 10 people wants to buy. This is gone right here, and the bid refills. So now that the price went lower 2 points, this big player can start buying right here. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna start buying market right here, buying all these orders back, and canceling these pending orders. So these orders now, they are gone. 1, 2, and 3. They are gone. These big players bought the shares here. And now that the people are gonna see that the selling pressure is no longer there, they're gonna be, oh, screw it. I mean, that was a spoofing order. Actually, they want to push the price up, and so everybody's gonna start buying again, and the price is gonna shoot to the upside. For a more clear visualization, add this picture right here that is pretty clear. As you can see, the step 1, they place the spoof orders. So this is the opposite actually. So the sellers want to sell at the highest price possible, right? So what is he going to do? He's going to create that fake buying pressure right here on the buy side. And as soon as the price gets the price that he wants, so 505, this seller is gonna sell his shares, cancel the buying orders, and then what the price is gonna do is gonna drop back down. So be really cautious when you only trade the DOM, the depth of market, because the orders that are on the bid and on the ask, they are orders that ideally they want to be filled, but there's not a necessity to fill them. Some people
wants just to create fake pressure and make people think wrong things in order to get better prices to get filled up.
The second strategy that we're going to take a look at is called the iceberg orders.
What an order block is basically it's the same concept as the liquidity hunt. Basically, all these strategies, they're applied together usually, but we can break them down to understand them better, right? So what the order block is the same concept, right? So institutionals, let's say they wanna get in with 1,000 shares, okay? Obviously, 1,000 shares. So obviously these are smaller numbers, but just for understanding, okay? So they wanna get it with 1,000 shares, but as you can see here, and let's say they wanna sell those shares. But as you can see here on depth of market, the ask is only 30 shares. So what is it gonna happen if they dump 1,000 shares here? Well, the price is gonna boom. That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna literally do that. So they wanna avoid that, right? So what they're gonna do, they're gonna fraction this number in smaller orders, okay? All from 10 shares, for example. 100 orders with 10 shares. And they're gonna place it right here, okay? Or right here. So on the order book, you're gonna see the price that tries to break higher, tries to take out this bid, but they simply can't, because this bid constantly refills. Because behind this bid, there are not 10 shares, there are 1,000 shares. Okay. And every time someone buys 10 shares, this is gonna refill with other 10 shares until the all 1,000 shares are gone. This is pretty powerful. It's really a useful instrument in order to execute your position without getting that slippage and that.
The third and last one behavior is the liquidity hunt.
So what the liquidity hunt is basically you have to think who is manipulating the markets. So big players are manipulating the markets, right? And they have a lot of money. Like they don't place trades with 100 shares, 200 shares, 300 shares like us retailer, right? They place trades with millions or billions of shares. So they cannot enter market, right? They cannot enter straight away on a position because they're gonna create a lot of chaos in the price. So for them, in order to get better fills, they have to apply a technique called the liquidity hunt, or more commonly called the stop hunt. So big players are not hunting your stop loss because they hate you or they want to make you lose money or whatever. I mean, they're doing it because it's useful for them to get a better fill price on their position. I'm gonna show you right here. So let's say this is our market structure, right? I'm sure you saw a lot of times this kind of structure, a lateral structure. Price is not going anywhere, and all of a sudden it breaks up, and a lot of people are gonna start entering here on this breakup, and boom, it reverses back down, and all these people get stopped out, and they say, oh yeah, that's a liquidity hunt, they hate me, banks hate me, matrix, whatever. No, that's all bullshit. So why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Well, because above highs and above lows, there's what is called liquidity. So what the liquidity is simply pending orders. So above a high and above a low, there are pending orders that waits to be filled. Above here, there's gonna be buy limits and sell stop, and below here, there's gonna be sell limit and sell stops. So what they want to do is basically they want to engineer the liquidity in order to get their fills. So what they're going to do, let's say they want to head downwards, right? So they initially are going to push the price up above this liquidity area right here. And what is gonna happen here is that a lot of people are gonna start buying the share. Well, there are gonna be breakout traders, there are gonna be stops triggered. So all this momentum is carried over into the breakout. And what the institutions are gonna do here is they're gonna start heavily selling, heavily sell above this price here. They're gonna absorb all that liquidity and they're gonna rotate and load their position for pushing the price down. So what they've done, basically they've sold higher, because imagine if they would have started selling here, what was gonna happen? Well, basically if they would have started selling here, they would have started applying selling pressure and the price would have started coming down slowly, and so their feels would have get worse and worse and worse and worse. Instead, doing this, they're pushing the price up, they're selling higher, and then they're loading in the downwards phase, and then there's the release. So this is what a liquidity hunt is about. Okay, so a lot of solves today. If you have any question about what I explained, just drop a comment and I'll answer for you. And if you have any suggestions of what to bring next on this channel, just let me know. I would really appreciate that. Thank you if you stay until the end of this video. Drop a comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one.